So thanks, Sudeep, and pleasure to have my co-panelist Manas and Janardhanan. So lovely meeting both of you as well. Now coming to this question where you're talking about rural India. Now I understand that how overall the shape of India is growing. So it is not about that only the metros are growing substantially. You look at every single city when we are talking about is growing on a very rapid pace. Now one, obviously people do talk about that probably population is in our hand, and that is why it is helping us to kind of because the consumption is so high that is helping us to grow from a business point of view. But that is true for everybody, every place in the world. Now I'm part of a big organization which is dealing with doors and windows. Now traditionally we always looked at that doors and windows probably what it is. I mean, we can see how the rural India is shaping up. The aspirations are growing up so much for everyone. Everybody is aspiring to have Louis Vuittons in their hand and probably Mercedes and BMWs. And that is why if you look at the statistics right now, in terms of every single brands or luxury, the way it is growing up, and the statistics further says is that more than the urban state, it is actually the rural, or I would say the semi-urban places where the demand for luxury is growing significantly up. It is about competing with the Western world. It is about the exposure that we are getting, the education that people are getting, because obviously our exposure is very high. We can understand what is happening across the world, what are these luxury things, and everybody now aspire to have that. Second, COVID has also taught us a lot of things, because obviously people have started looking at not to save everything for the world, but to also aspire and probably live Zero Zindagi types that right now spend and have that thing. And now third, people have started looking at investing on themselves, on the houses, on the consumers, everything. So when I was just talking to you about that, the kind of organization I'm coming from, where you're talking about simple doors and windows, people are looking at aesthetics, people are looking at functionality, people are looking at how beautiful my house will look like, and that's where the demand is coming from, and that is a changing scenario of the rural world. I don't want to use rural anymore because there's nothing rural. Everybody is becoming, I mean, people are aspiring so much that they're moving towards the urbanization so much. So probably that's what today the world is. So yeah, I think that is what I wanted to talk about when we talk about the changing game of the rural India or the semi-urbanized India.